Welcome friends to Edutainment YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss repeated questions asked in NET, SET, PGT, TGT and SSC examinations since 20 years, MCQ with explanation, English literature and language. Let's start. Question number 1. Ascent of F6, a tragedy in two acts, published in 1936. It was written jointly by William W.H. Auden and Christopher Isherwood. It is a poetic drama. It has a parable about will, leadership and the nature of power. The Sun Also Rises, it is a novel. It was published in 1926, written by Ernest Hemingway. He was an American writer. He joined in both the World War. He writes in the epigraph of this novel, "You are all a lost generation." Old Man and the Sea, it is a novel published in 1952, written by Ernest Hemingway. The Godfather, published in 1969, it is a crime novel by Mario Puzo. Related information, let's see. He is American writer. Mario Puzo was American writer. In epigraph of this novel, he writes, "Behind every fortune there is a crime." His another novel, Fools Die, published in 1978. The Sellout, published in 2016. It is a novel by Paul Beatty. Paul Beatty, he is the first American to get a Man Booker Prize for this novel. And the narrator of this novel is Me or Bonbon. The book is about a case in the court between me and the USA. The Making of India, the Untold Story of British Empire, published in 2010 by Carter Lavani. Here we get the story or history of how a small country called England occupied the big country called India. The Mystery of Utmost Happiness, it was published in 2017. It is a novel by Arundhati Roy, The Mystery of Utmost Happiness. The novel is based on Godhara train incident during Kashmir insurgency. During and in the time of Kashmir insurgency. These two incidents. The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy. It is a novel published in 1977. She got Booker Prize for this novel. Shakespeare's most farcical comedy or play is Merry Wives of Windsor. Hero of this play is Sir John Falstaff. Beforehand, Falstaff appeared in Henry IV, Part 1 and Part 2. Setting of this play is a little town of England, Berkshire. Berkshire is a little town of England, and here is the setting of this play, Merry Wives of Windsor. Cavalier poet John Cleveland wrote Johnson Verbius in the memory of Ben Jonson. Related information, let's see. Robert Herrick called Johnson Saint Ben. Next information, Cavalier poets belong to 17th century. Cavalier poets were supporters of King Charles I. Poem The Hollow Man, published in 1925. It is written by T.S. Eliot. Ending line of the poem, "This is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but a whimper." Next question, The Art of Fiction, published in 1884 by Henry James. Henry James was American writer. Elder brother of Henry James is William James. William James is the elder brother of Henry James. William James coined the term stream of consciousness. In this book, the Art of Fiction, he means Henry James argued against rigid prescriptions on the novelist's choice of subject and method of treatment. Question number 11. A subtitle of the book, Imaginary Homelands, published in 1991. What is the subtitle of this Imaginary Homeland? Answer is Essays and Criticism. The contents started to published in 1981, and the contents of this book were being published from 1981 to 1991. Serially it was published from this time to this time. Let me explain. It is a collection of essays. It is written by Salman Rushdie. In The Imaginary Homelands, it was written by Salman Rushdie. Salman Rushdie wrote another book called Satanic Verses. This book propounds an anti-essentialist view of place. It has many essays, but this essay is found in this book. What is the name of this essay? Commonwealth literature does not exist. This essay is found in this book. Imaginary Homelands, it has 6 sections. Number 1, Midnight's Children. The first section is Midnight's Children. The second section is called Politics of India and Pakistan. The third section is named Indo-Anglican Literature. The fourth section is entitled Movie and Television. The fifth section, Experience of Migrants. The sixth and last section is called Thatcher or Flout Election Question of Palestine. Question number 13. Imaginary Homelands, published in 1992, 91 or 92, is a diasporic novel. The book is an example of post-colonial reading. The book comes under Commonwealth literature. Opening line of this book. Let's see the opening line. Sometimes we feel we straddle two cultures. At other times that we feel between two schools. Next question. The Feminist Road, published in 1991. It is written by an African writer, Ben Vintage Okri. It is a novel. Okri is a Nigerian writer. He got Booker Prize for this book. Name of traditional African language is Hausa. Next question. Buchi Amechita. Buchi Amechita is African writer. She is Nigerian writer. He wrote In the Dis. These are the year of publications. I am telling the name or title of the books. In the Dis. Next book, Second Class Citizen. Next book, The Slave Girl. Another book, The Joys of Motherhood. The Joys of Motherhood. These books are written by a Nigerian writer, Buchi Amecheta. In colonial time, the first East African drama. The title of this drama is The Black Hermit. The Black Hermit. It was written by Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Kenyan writer from Kenya. His first novel was Weep Not Child. Another novel, A Giant of Wheat. His short story is The Black Hermit, published in 1963. He wrote essay like Homecoming. It was published in 1972. These are plays. The name of the plays are A Dance of the Forest. Next play, Death and the King. Next play, Conj's Harvest. Conj's Harvest is important. It was published in 1965. These are written by Ole Soyinka or O.L. Soyinka. He is a Nigerian writer. He got Nobel Prize in 1986. His dramas are protest drama or protest plays. Father of African literature is Chinua Achebe. He is also Nigerian. He wrote Things Fall Apart. It is a novel published in 1958 in colonial time. It was written in colonial time. This book has 25 chapters. The title is a quotation from this title, The Things Fall Apart. This title is a quotation taken from The Second Coming, a poem by W.B. Yeats. From this poem by W.B. Yeats, the title, The Second Coming, is taken. Things Fall Apart is also called The Story of a Young Man. It has a subtitle. Another name of this novel is called The Story of a Young Man. The name of the protagonist of this novel is Okonkwo. He is the leader of the clan. And what is the name of that clan? Imopia. Next information, name of nearby clan is Mabanta. Unoka. Who was Unoka? Unoka was Okonkwo's lazy father. Okonkwo's father, who was very lazy. Setting of this novel, setting is Nigerian village, Imofia, in the late 1880s, before missionaries came in Africa. Next information. Ikmefuna. He was 14 years old boy. He was given from Mabanta clan to Okonkwo. Okonkwo, who killed the boy as a sacrifice to prevent the war. Next question. Leopold Eder Senghor. He was the writer and leader of Negritude movement. Negritude movement. Later, he became the president of Senegal. Senegal is a country. In the colonial time, he published many books, and this is important one. Anthology of the New Black and Malagasy Poetry. This anthology was published by him in the French language in 1948. It was the first anthology of French language poetry by an African. Next information. This was first anthology. Which one? This anthology. Anthology of the New Black and Malagasy Poetry. Let's see next information. Its preface was written by Jean-Paul Sartre. Jean-Paul Sartre or Sartre. Jean-Paul Sartre is an existentialist writer. Existentialist writer. So thank you friends for watching my video to the last